Yo, what's up guys, it's Coach Alpha Lee here. Thanks for checking out this video. Just doing a quick update. Today is Monday, November 23rd, 2020. Shit's still as crazy as normal. Apologize for the background. I went hunting a few weekends ago and still haven't even cleaned out my mini RV. It's a stealth RV that this van is. So what happened over the weekend, quick update. I meant to start doing some live streamings. Just doing a daily vlog every day, catch my family up, catch my followers up, anyone who's interested in getting information, news, politics, opinions from me. So, this weekend, yesterday, I sold my Ducati. It was a 2002 Ducati Monster 620. Well, a little bit at a loss, but you know, I looked at it as a fun toy. Not an investment. It wasn't, I mean, it had collector value to me. It was a really nice bike and I'm gonna miss it, but I lost my job a month ago, so because of COVID restrictions again, you know, it is what it is. You gotta, you know, not be attached to materialistic things. Plus, I had to get rid of it because, you know, I want to be I want to be more portable, I guess. I don't know, but I just need to be free to move. So, what happened in the past few weeks here in Washington State, you know, I still live in Queen Anne, in that area, and shit's rough here in Seattle. The homeless transient population, it's just exploding again. All the vegetation in Washington, all the pine needles and leaves are falling. So you can see into the forest and into the sides of the freeway right off of I-5 on SDOT property. You know, there's homeless people just living everywhere. I'm in Northgate right now. Yeah, actually, last week, or a week, 2 Fridays ago, Governor Jay Inslee on November 15th, was it 2 Fridays ago? Maybe it was one, I don't know, a week and a half ago. Can't even fucking catch up. But yeah, he did a lockdown of Washington State, the Washington State governor did, and how that affected my life is all the gyms closed down. I was going to Planet Fitness from mid-August when Jay Inslee allowed things to open back up again. King Inslee is what we call him here. He is more of a dictator and tyrant, and he's getting that, it's called eco-fascism. If you Google the word, he's an environmental extremist. He's ranked the 50th worst governor in the country, and he's just pathetic. He ran for the presidential platform, Democratic platform, this year for 2020. I think he only made it for the first 2 debates, and the only thing that he had to offer was environmental, climate change, Green New Deal kind of propaganda, socialism. And what he's done in this state is it's essentially eco-fascism, because I'm looking at these government projects, billion-dollar projects of the light rail and different projects here and there, and if they're still working, then they're probably a government contract, and they get to stay employed and not go on unemployment and stay productive. However, the small businesses, anyone who's not a Fortune 1000 or 500 company, basically anyone without ties to China is allowed to stay open. And anyone who's a small business, owner-operator, a private entrepreneur, all your physical brick and mortar businesses were forced to shut down because you're deemed non-essential. Well, to me, and most people, most Americans, anything that puts food on the table is essential. And if you get in the way of that, you're part of the problem. And you probably have a lot bad ill coming your way. You know, the quote-unquote on the good or wrong side of history. You know, it's currently writing itself. So Jay Inslee on November 15th, backtracking, he shut down the gyms, and because I haven't been, you know, working at a job or working as a contractor, is what I'm normally doing, is independent contracting with small contractors and just subcontracting out, and I'm able to, you know, hire my own employees, or not even employees. They're not employees. My own contractors, shall I say. Subs, you know. I can find people work if I have work, but if Jay Inslee keeps me out of work, I'm unable to share that wealth and resources and the opportunities to people who deserve it, people who are interested, you know, in actually doing work, rather than those who are just wanting to be at work and get paid, you know, exuberant amounts of dollars for no input, no physical input. But shall I say, I got to move out of Washington State, but because of the economy and the presidential elections, I do believe that December 14th will be the next hit time that people on both sides, all sides, Americans and then those who are politically extremists on all spectrums, because there's more than just left and right. You know, you got the anarchists, and you got there's so much different political factions, and people who just want to be left alone, to those who feel like you should be part of the system and slave and subjugated to it. You know, it's just, there's so many different political ideologies that are coming out of it, and it's really tearing me apart, because, you know, I served this country and I thought what it stood for, and, you know, the Constitution. But now looking at everything, if they're just going to allow the system to be so corrupt, what's the point of anyone investing into anything if no one's being benefited? You know, the dollar, there's so many different conversations you can have about why we are where we are and the empire that's falling, unlike that of Rome. You know, just got to do history, and you got to do secret deep dive history, because, you know, history is his story of whoever the successor is of the war, or of time, you know, or literature, those who control information, you know. And you know, I always tell people that you can always tell who controls you, or who has power over you, by those who you are unable to criticize. You know, so like who in this country or who in the world are you unable to criticize, no matter what your race, color, ethnicity, creed, religion, you know, whatever discriminatory subdivides of humanity, you know. To me, there's only one race, the human race. Everybody's just culturally and ethnic and genetically different. You know, our sequences are different. It causes us to think and do differently of others. You know, it's unfair for some people to be suppressed while other people are being elevated and promoted. And just look around, you know, the writing's on the wall. You know, people are trying to get rid of each other. It's really, it comes down to it. The barbarianism, the tribalism, the, you know, evolutionary psychology, just getting into everything that is happening. You know, it's so interesting. It's kind of scary, but it is what it is. Anyways, right now I'm heading up to Linwood because I found a private hole-in-the-wall gym that I signed up yesterday. It was $100 for a month, and basically it just gives you access to the door, and anyone, you need a warrant if you're not a member of this place to come inside. So if you're any police officers or any law enforcement who choose to be unconstitutional dictators, I'd be watching out for yourself, bro, because that thin blue line, as a conservative constitutional patriot, you know, I swore an oath to defend the Constitution in its current form. The system no longer serves us. It's time to change. Something's got to change. And just this voting election of 2020 just goes to show you, you're asking and begging for permission. Speed up. You're begging for permission from your government for them to fulfill their obligations, you know, to fulfill their promises, and there's nothing legally binding them to anything that they say. So what's the point of it all? You know, they say that you vote for me, now I'll do this, but really get in, they just continue the establishment status quo. Anyways, I gotta sign out, guys. Headed to the gym. I'll do a quick update on the way back out. Peace.